You guys, we have been seeing these videos everywhere and we absolutely love them. We decided we're gonna join in and show you guys everything we realistically read in a week.
We really like this idea because a lot of times we do put pressure on ourselves anytime we're doing like a 24-hour reading challenge or swapping our screen time for read time. And I'm interested to see how this week is going to go with it just being like kind of chill and just seeing what we can realistically finish by the end of the week.
We aren't gonna be reading together every single day this week, but we will keep you guys updated anytime we are together and what's happening in our books. It is currently Monday and we do plan to read a little bit today. I am currently reading A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I am already a good chunk of the way in though. I'm on page 455, so I'm a little more than halfway. I just want to see how much I can read today, but it's going really well so far. I'm really enjoying it.
I did already start The Right Move by Liz Tomforty. I'm on page 71, which is chapter 8. So I'm barely into this, but it's going really good so far. This is the second book in the Wind City series. And the first one I loved so much, and this one's going really good too. This is the one where we're following our main guy. His name is Ryan Shea, and he is a professional basketball player. And we did get to meet him in the first book, and I loved him so much, and I love his love interest so much too. But I don't want to say who it is because I think it's kind of a spoiler, but it is going really well so far. I'm already thinking that I like this one more than the first one, and I'm barely into it.
So we're just gonna go ahead and start reading, you guys. It's pretty much the only plan we have for today, so let's see how much we can get read. So we have been reading for a couple hours. Before we give you guys book updates, we did want to take a second to talk about Seajoy. They actually sent us a humidifier to review, which is really cool. And we've had the humidifier on while we've been reading.
We actually really love humidifiers. They can create a warm and comfortable indoor environment for the winter and cool and fresh air in the summer. We like to put essential oils in them sometimes.
We actually ended up really loving the product. There's like a whole LED touchscreen on the top that lets you control everything. They had different temperature settings. You could set a timer.
In the winter times, I do tend to get dry skin, and humidifiers can definitely help replenish the moisture in the air. So
yeah, we'll put all the product information in the description if you want to check it out. Maybe get yourself a humidifier, but we wanted to just go over that. Thank you so much, Seajoy, for sending us our humidifier. Now we can get into our book updates.
I finally reached page 285, so that's a total of 214 pages that I've read today, so not too bad. I got a good chunk of the way through, and things are picking up now, finally. It kind of feels like a little bit of a slow burn, and I've just been waiting for them to get to this moment. And we're at the moment. This book is just, it's so cute. And like our main girl, she has a really horrible ex-boyfriend. Like they were together for forever. And it's actually funny because the ex-boyfriend is a fan of Ryan Shea. So it just works out perfectly. Liz Tomforty really knows how to write a rom-com. Like there's some really good romance moments, but then I'm also like laughing out loud multiple times, which is also really fun. And I really do like that we get to see a lot of the first couple and we get a lot of updates on where they are now. And it's just really cute being able to still see them and see how they're doing. We've also met the guy who's going to be in the third book, and we're understanding his story and everything that he's going through. And honestly, it's making me ready to like continue on with the series and pick up that third book already. But yeah, I definitely know at this point, like I'm enjoying this one even more than the first book.
Okay, so in mine, I ended up reading Silver Flames for a little bit. I got to page 523, so I think that was only like 68 pages of this book, but then I went ahead and also started our book club book, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murders. But in Silver Flames, things are going good. I said earlier, I don't really want to give specific plot information because even though it is the first book in the spin-off series, it does cover a lot of the stuff that happened in the original ACOTAR series. But we're just following Feyre's sister Nesta, who we did meet in the original series, and I honestly wasn't a huge fan of her beforehand. As soon as this book started though, I instantly found myself like empathizing with her, and I was just all of a sudden on her side. So I feel like the author does a really good job of like getting you into Nesta's head and like just seeing things from her point of view. But I honestly just really love her so far. It's kind of just like her redemption story, if anything. She's dealing with a lot of grief and trauma, so she's trying to just kind of work through that. But she's also like super stubborn, and just like her personality doesn't allow her to get close to anyone. It's really interesting to be in her head. I'm loving it so far. I didn't think I was gonna like the new characters that are introduced, and I'm honestly a huge fan already. I'm kind of hoping they get their own spin-off books. But I am liking it, and it's crazy because when I first started this book, I was super close to DNFing it just because it felt like it was trying too hard to like continue a story that had already ended. But once I hit page like 100, I was hooked. That's when I fell in love with everyone. So this one's going really well. The book club book, I didn't get too far into it. I'm only on page 57, so I only read 57 pages of this one. Super cozy mystery though. I'm already in love with our main character. She's an older woman. She owns her own tea shop, and she pretty much lives like a quiet life day to day. She doesn't really interact with anyone, so when she ends up finding a dead man on the floor of her tea shop, she decides she's gonna figure out what happened herself. But I'm liking it so far. I don't know too much because I'm not too far into it though, but that's what I read today.
I think today went really well though. It's been really gloomy and like dark, and it's supposed to continue being like that this week, so I'm here for it. I think this is like the perfect time for us to just sit down, relax, and like grab books this week.
We don't know when the next time we will be able to update you, but whatever we read during the week that we're not filming, we'll like write it down so we are able to let you guys know what we've read. But that's pretty much it for today. I think it's been a pretty successful day. We will see you guys when we see you. You guys, it's Wednesday. I read a total of 37 pages yesterday, and that was it. That's all I had time for. I read a little bit more of Veer Wong. But today I'm hoping to finish A Court of Silver Flames because I only have about 230 pages, and that feels doable for today. But I didn't get much read yesterday.
So yesterday I started at page 285 and I ended at page 411. So that was a total of 126 pages. Not bad. I did end up finishing The Right Move, and I loved it so much. I think the first book I gave a 4.75. But it's like I have to give this one a 4.75 too, just because there was like a few little things that were bothering me, but not like a big deal. So I do feel bad for not giving it that full 5, but I can't just give it a full 5. I just can't get over this author's writing. It is just so perfect. And there was actually a time where I had to run to go grab a pen so I could highlight something that happened that I was just like so giddy over, and I don't do that. I don't write in my books, so for me to feel the need to like get up and go get a pen at this very moment so I can mark this down was just absolutely crazy and so much fun to me. There was so many moments in this book where I was just like super giddy and like kicking my feet up in the air. It's just so much fun. I am gonna give it the 4.75, and I loved that the author set up the next book so perfectly. I'm already ready to see this man and his problems and see everything that needs to go down. Today I want to start Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I know this is like the comfort book, super cozy, super warm, and I think that's just exactly what I need right now. I know this book is high fantasy, low stakes, so I think this will be the perfect read today.
Okay, you guys know the drill. We're just gonna keep on reading and then update you guys in a little bit.
Done reading for today. I did end up reading the full, 254 pages. It was cute. It was definitely a cozy read. I knew going into it that it was high fantasy, low stakes. I think I just didn't realize like the stakes were that low. I kind of expected more. I don't know, the characters were so cute, the setting was cute, everything about it was so stinking cute. I just felt like I wanted a little bit more, just a little bit. I did think the ending was cute as well. I mean, it was a really good time. It just felt like there was a little lack of something. I did end up giving it a 3.5 stars, so solid read, and I definitely would recommend if you want just like a quick, easy, cozy fall read.
Yeah, I still need to read it. You guys, I finished this massive book. I finished Silver Flames. And Sarah J. Maas just knows how to do it. I really thought that I wasn't gonna love this book. Multiple times throughout it, I was like nitpicking little things and I was writing stuff down that I thought I was gonna explain. But then when you get to the end of it, the last 100 pages is just so much going on. Anything I had to say, it doesn't even matter anymore. The ending was fantastic. So much happened in this book, and I think that's why it's so long. I don't know if it's just because I haven't read the original ACOTAR series in so long, but this honestly, I think, is my favorite book in this series. It was fantastic. Here's the thing though, unpopular opinion, I think there were too many smut scenes. And I know it was a big thing that everyone really liked about this book was that it was like fully adult. There was a lot of spicy scenes. I think it was almost excessive. Like, I don't think we needed them that often. There was nothing wrong with them. It was just too many. And I don't think we needed that much. I think we could have shortened the book by 100 pages if we took some of those out. I get it though. The characters are hot. I don't know. It was kind of taking away from me at times because I felt like I wanted to just get back into what was happening. I think if it was a little more slow burn with the lust, I would have liked that a lot better as well. But again, I'm not going to critique it too hard. At the end of the day, I really did enjoy this read. I'm so happy to be caught up now with this series. It does have me very excited for the rest of the spin-off books though. I need one of Az because he's always been my favorite. I want ones of the new characters we met, and I'm just excited to see where she goes with this series. But yeah, overall I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4.75 though, because there were just like a couple things that didn't make it a 5 for me.
Yay!
We finished our books today, you guys.
We've gotten 2 books down this week, and it's Wednesday.
Honestly, we called this a realistic week, but I don't ever read this much.
Yeah, I think it's because we're determined to read more, that we realistically want to see how much could we for real read.
Yes, because if you look at my track record, what I realistically read a week is not much, but I think this video just gives me the motivation. I don't feel forced to read, but I'm having a good time seeing how much I read.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for today though. We're gonna end it here. We will pick up again tomorrow.
It is Friday. We're ready for another day to just sit and read.
I did well yesterday. I read 246 pages and I finished Vera Wong. I ended up really liking it. It was cool to see the mystery unravel. Like I said when I had first started this, Vera found the dead body and she was taking it upon herself to solve the murder. And she kind of made her own list of suspects. She then begins like forming relationships with all of these suspects. So there's kind of like a found family there, which I thought was really cute. But I honestly had no real guesses and I am pleasantly surprised with the ending. I wasn't expecting to be following a bunch of different characters, but we kind of got to see how everyone was connected to the man who was murdered and we kind of had to like figure out their secrets and what they were hiding. I ended up giving it a 3.25. As much as I liked the characters, I just feel like I didn't necessarily connect to them as much as I wanted to. Vera was a really fun character though. She kept things really light and funny. I do think it was a good book club book to have though. I've enjoyed seeing everyone's responses to some of the chapters, but I don't know if it was necessarily a book I would have picked out for myself, and maybe that's why I couldn't connect with it, but overall I did like it. I have 2 books that I brought today. I did end up bringing Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. Since you read it so quickly, I feel like it'll be like a quick one to get done. And then I also brought Susanna Clark's Piranesi because it's another short one, which I feel like is realistic for me right now. And these are both ones that I just wanted to read this month. I think I'm gonna start with Legends and Lattes when we get started, but I want to read both of these.
So yesterday I did start 5 Survive by Holly Jackson and I read 62 pages, so not too many, but at least I got to start the book and kind of understand what's happening. So we're basically following 6 friends. They're in an RV and they are on their way to their spring break vacation. They're planning on going to the beach and just having a good time, and then the RV gets trapped. We know there's 6 friends, we know only 5 survive, and it's going really good already. It's super fast paced. Holly Jackson she knows what she's doing. Just like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I'm already like super attached to the story. I want to know what's happening. It's playing so effortlessly like a movie in my head, and I'm just really enjoying it. I want to know what's gonna happen and who's involved. So now we're just gonna read our books and see how far we can get today. We're done reading today. I got through 81 pages, so pretty solid. The story's going so good. I knew it would. I love Holly Jackson. She can do no wrong. I think it's funny because I'm just like in the point of the book where I just don't trust anyone. I think every single person has something to do with it, but it's also great because I don't have any predictions. I don't know what's going to happen, and I think that makes for such a great mystery book because I can't even come up with something that I think is gonna happen. So I know whatever ends up happening, I'm gonna be be caught off guard either way.
I did actually end up finishing Legends and Lattes. You were right, it was such a quick read. I don't know what I thought about it. I see what you mean by like it being really low stakes, and I mean, I guess that wasn't necessarily the issue for me because I could tell early on that the story was more about the journey, right? We're following this orc. She's like done with battle. She decides she wants to retire. So she ends up opening a coffee shop, and of course, no one in the town knows what coffee is. So she's having like to not only set up her own place, but also like learn how to run it. So she's like meeting a bunch of people to help her out with just transforming this place into her dream coffee shop. I can see why people said they were heavy on the descriptions with like the pastries and the bakery things, which I really enjoyed, but I do think it was just like a really easy, light read. I don't think I necessarily connected with it deeper than a surface level, which is fine. I don't think a book like this is necessarily supposed to be that deep. I did like it. The characters were cute. I know that the prequel is coming out soon. I wouldn't be opposed to reading it, but I'm not dying to get it. I think I am just gonna give it like a solid 3-star. It was a cute story to read this time of year, but like you said, like I was expecting a little bit more.
So that's it for Friday. We know we want to end this video at the end of the week on Sunday, so we will see how much we can read until then.
You guys, we made it to Sunday. Today is the last day. We thought we would just give you one final update. We did read a little bit on our own. I didn't read anything on Saturday, but I read some today.
I did quite the opposite. So on Saturday, I started at 143. I ended at 386. So that was a total of 243 pages. And I did finish 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Holly Jackson really is just the queen of YA mystery books. She just does it so well. The ending was crazy. I didn't see the twists coming. I was a little bit worried going into this because I knew it was all going to be one setting in the span of 8 hours, and I wasn't sure if that was going to be something that I enjoyed, but I actually really did enjoy it because it made the story like super fast paced. I really loved it. I gave it 4 stars, and I can't wait to read more books from Holly Jackson. She needs to put more out. And then today I started The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. This is my monthly blind book, so I gotta get through it, and I've read a total of 93 pages of this so far. I think it's going pretty good. I think there is just something that I'm not super connected with. When I get further into the book, I'll probably enjoy it even more.
So pretty much all today, I was able to finish Pure Nessie. I did listen to the audiobook while I read this one, which I think really helped with the experience. This was such a unique, bizarre read, and I really enjoyed it. It was pretty much everything I was expecting as far as the beautiful writing and descriptions go. I believe somewhere in this book, it describes this as a dreamlike alternative reality, and that's exactly what it was. I had no idea what was really happening throughout the book until the reveal at the end. It was just so odd and interesting. We're essentially following this character, Pure Nessie. He lives in this ginormous house. There's endless hallways and rooms that he likes to explore, and he doesn't know anything outside of this house. This house is his world. This is the only reality that he knows and lives in. There's only one other person there that he calls the other, and they kind of just come together and research different scientific things. Again though, with these shorter, cozy books, I feel like I don't get that connection that I'm craving with our main character. I don't necessarily think it was needed to enjoy this book, but I was kind of missing out on that connection. I did really love the concept though. I really loved the writing. This was honestly just a really enjoyable read, one that I will definitely be thinking about years to come. The ending was quite surreal, honestly. I was not expecting any of this. I'm thinking maybe like a 3.25, maybe a 3.5. We'll see. So that's pretty much the end of our what we read in a week. We sat down and just did the math. I read a total of 1,178 pages, a total of 4 books. That's not bad.
That is amazing.
That never happens though.
I know, but this is just showing us what we could be doing. I read 1,073 pages. I got through 3.5 books.
Pretty similar in pages though. I'd say we did really well. This was a fun reading challenge though. It's pretty different from the 24-hour and swap screen time, so.
Yeah, I liked this. Let us know if y'all liked this.
Let us know if we should do it again.
That's pretty much it for today's video. So comment down below and let us know what your most current read is or what you just finished reading.
Reminder, as always, to join our Literal Besties Book Club if you haven't already. We're currently reading Veer Wong. I liked it. You still have to read it.
Still gotta read it.
So read it with Amanda. We will be voting for our next month's read pretty soon though, so make sure to join if you haven't already. That link is in the description, as well as all of our social media links. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
There will be a bookshelf there.
There will be a bookshelf there, you guys.
By the end of the year.
It's needed at this point.
I don't have any more room, so.
By Jesse Q. Santo? Suanto? Sutano. Sutanto. You guys know.